Ta-da!
Oh. You don't think that would create other problems?
You can't think like that, Gingham. There's always another future problem.
Oh, all right.
You just have to tackle the one that's right in front of you.
Oh.
Good evening, fellow geeks. Welcome back to Stolen Fate. We are now jumping right back in to negotiations. You guys can take your hero points for this session in case they're needed. Probably won't be. Nobody needs hero points.
I really
You
just
never know.
like the way that you said that.
Yeah, you don't know, Chase. We teleported right to the boss fight unexpectedly. You don't know what we have in store.
You're a bunch of wild cards. That's true. So we'll jump back into this. So you guys are currently in the conference-like room with all of the Pact Masters. Silkit is the speaker for the Pact Masters, and he is who you have been dealing with. Let's do a little picture of you, Silkit, just as a reminder of what this handsome gent looks like. Boom, there he is.
Starfish
Heel,
man.
4 arms, blue flames, pointy hat. We love it.
He's the love child between Patrick Star and Squidward.
Yes.
I hate that you point that out, but you're not wrong. So, Krunk, we wish
Did
to
you
try
just
to
call me
negotiate.
Kunk?
Krunk,
Say it again.
Krunk.
Krunk.
That's what I'm saying, Krunk.
Krunk, ease up. It's just the accent, man. You
I
just
believe it's
gotta
a
learn
difference
to
in the
listen.
dialect.
Yeah, just relax, man. It's not a
Just-
big
I
deal.
don't-
Oh yeah, Jack's high. That's
Yeah.
also important to recap.
Jack is really high.
Fine, continue.
Now, we here of Katapesh, of course, like to deal only in fair trades. And becoming one of the Pact Masters, though a high honor, comes with responsibilities, and we understand that we are putting your life in danger by obtaining these cards. We are not having any sort of delusions about how dangerous they have been to obtain. And we're sure that the future ones will only get more dangerous. So, here are our terms for you, Krunk. You are welcome to consult with your party members, but truthfully, this decision is yours. This is your destiny, not theirs, that this deck is tied to. It can only be tied to one. Fair?
I don't know how much I believe this to be true.
No, you can look over our notes if you would like, but let's talk deals first, shall we?
I mean, we can discuss it.
Good. Now, of course, I have given you the owl as a sign of good faith. But some of the other Pact Masters have some more of the cards. We have the desert, and he gestures to another one of the Pact Masters who pulls from their sleeve the desert. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like, shall we? I think Katie did the last one, so Em, why don't you take this one? Boom.
It looks like a red sand desert with pyramids. And there is a green lizard the size of a horse with a man astride it on a saddle with a bridle. This man is wearing gold armor with a flowing cape, and his helmet looks like a humpback whale tail. In the sky, there are some wispy clouds and a crescent moon standing above the pyramids.
So he produces that from his sleeve and shows it to all of you. If you agree to the terms, you shall get that up front. And upon completion of obtaining any of the cards that are located in the ruins of Ko, we also have another card that we are keeping tucked away for safekeeping. Allow us to show you an image. And a spectral hand appears holding a spectral version of the card, the Marriage. And Tori, why don't you go ahead and describe this card?
Oh no!
I thought it was cool until my eyes panned downward, and now I don't
Yikes.
like it anymore.
Big yikes. Okay, the Marriage card is kind of split in half down the middle. On one side is a masculine-looking figure. He looks to be in flames, not like painfully so, like he is made of fire. And then on the other side is a blue feminine figure. They're holding each other. They look like they're in love. But then, unfortunately, messing up the whole picture is a really horrifying large baby at the center wearing an oversized knight's helmet. The knight's helmet is closed so that you can't see the baby's face, but it's just like really oddly proportioned and
Yeah,
not a
the
fun
head
image.
is grotesquely
Yeah.
large.
It just
And-
really ruins the whole thing.
The baby's body is naked.
Yeah,
And there's
that's
like
not that
the
surprising for a baby,
ring
but
symbol of the card is tastefully placed to hide any nudity.
yes, yeah.
It's
Anyway,
great.
so that's the Marriage.
So they show you these two cards. One up front, one upon completion of all of the cards obtained from the ruins of Ko. A thorough search shall be done. And then, of course, upon completion of that as well, you shall become one of the Pact Masters, which comes with many perks, as well as responsibilities that you will be forgiven of until you complete the deck. Also, we here at Katapesh, of course, like to deal in our premier goods. We have a wide variety of items that we can give you. We shall give each of you a single item each from our wares. And also, we have gift bags containing very nicely knit pouches, some healing elixirs, and some antidotes. And then along with these magical goods, we will also give free transport to the entrance of the ruins of Ko. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with the ruins and the magical disruptions around the area, but teleporting directly into the ruins is ill-advised. It can cause immediate death and unsuspecting side effects. Same if you try to scry the ruins. This is also advised against. And with these terms, I believe we strike a fair deal. What say you, Krunk?
I understand that what you're proposing is a rare opportunity. However, to
The
someone
rarest.
who is as generally unattached as myself, it also feels as if it's a bit of a yoke around my neck.
A yoke in some ways, but freedom in others. It comes with very many privileges. The Pact Masters are well regarded across the entire Inner Sea region. And we are very well compensated.
Could I have a moment to discuss alone with my compatriots?
Yes, of course. We ask you stay in the conference room until business has concluded. It is just custom for these types of negotiations. But
So
we shall go to one side of the room, you shall take the other, and you may discuss freely. Take as much time as you need. And please help yourself to the feast. He gestures to all the food and drink that's still in the center table.
Jack hasn't really stopped helping himself to the feast. Just to be clear.
Krunk will shuffle off to the side and guide his friends and bring a hefty platter of food so Jack can continue feasting. All right. So how much bullshit do you think this is?
Well, it sounds like the ruins of Ko are really dangerous, and so that's probably why they're giving us all this cool stuff to go get all the cards. I don't get the sense that these Pact Masters are much for getting their hands dirty. But man, they make some really good stuff.
Thank you, Jack, for that. Gingham?
Well, I don't know how much I trust this whole group that we've just met. I mean, they've almost guaranteed certain death, but upon not dying, it sounds nice.
be a good way to get multiple cards, and we'd have powerful allies in our corner. But this whole destiny bit is honestly throwing me for a bit of a loop.
It's a bit interesting, isn't it? Tied to one and not all.
Yes, exactly. Like, we've had fortune tellings and whatnot, and none of them have really hinted at such a thing, have they?
Oh, well, they hinted that your destiny is quite different than Jack's now, isn't it?
Yes, but of your destiny is also vastly different than Jack's. No offense, Jack.
No, it's fine. My fate is wicked and untied. I get that. But, now that you mention it, Birch did say something about you being, like, main character. So, this tracks.
What did you
fuck,
just
Jack?
smoke?
Chase, can I do a belated detect magic to see if there's listening magic on us?
There is not.
Okay.
No magic currently interrupting you.
Not even on the food?
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
They are wearing a plethora of magic items.
Sure.
Yeah, Birch, we had one of our dream conversations like we do sometimes, and that's what he said. He said that after a long talk about me not moping so much, and anyway, I think he was trying to make me feel better, but the point is here, he said something about you being like, this is your story, and you're like the main character. Right, Birch? Am I getting that right? I don't remember it too good.
He does
kind
a
of
little
scratches
chitter.
Birch. Yeah. See? And Birch knows a lot of stuff, I think.
Oh,
He
you
seems
know
like it.
that was an affirmative chitter and not just like a, you're wrong, Jack.
Oh, I've heard that you're wrong, Jack, a lot of times, and it sounds
He does an
completely
irritated
different.
huff.
Yeah, there's that. Also, I can like feel. I don't want to get into it because then I'm going to start sounding like Willem, and that's my worst nightmare. So, let just suffice to say, I can understand him more or less.
Yes, I'm familiar with the empathetic connection between caster and familiar, though I had never anticipated for you to experience it, Jack. No offense, of course, I just didn't think you were inclined to those sort of proclivities.
It wasn't much of a choice, he just showed up. But anyway, this isn't about me. I think that maybe, Krunk, rather than doubting this idea, kind of seems like you're more just uncomfortable with the idea.
Is there a difference?
Well, there could be. You had a lot of trust seeing this person in the gateway in the first place. Didn't you say that Desna kind of pointed toward him?
That is true. I had a vision when I was praying in her temple.
Oh, so maybe the vision that you had whilst praying to Desna, plus what these people are saying right now and what they're offering, that may go hand in hand. Desna hasn't led you wrong yet, and judging from the butterflies, you have quite the favor with her.
But I have a moment to pray, and perhaps you guys could distract our guests until I'm done.
Oh,
Our guests, our hosts, my apologies, I'm flustered.
Well, it's fine. Gingham reaches up for Jack's hand. Come on, Jack, let's go talk to him some more. I found it very interesting that they know some history.
Okay, too much history talk. I think I might actually fall asleep. I'm not being sarcastic. I literally mean it. I might fall asleep, but we can
that's
go
okay.
talk to them.
You could have more pesh on top of that too. We'll make
Okay,
you
let's
nice and
go.
comfortable.
Yeah, let's go over there.
Yeah, we're gonna give Krunk space.
Chase, do you want to follow the prayer first, or do you want to follow the antics of
The antics.
They're
distraction?
idiot antics. You should probably follow Krunk.
Yeah, let's do the
I
prayer.
mean, idiot antics are entertaining.
I know, but
Yeah, let's do the antics.
Wait, antics
Wait.
first?
Sorry.
Antics or Krunk?
prayer.
You said
Yeah,
both
the
now.
prayer.
Okay. Krunk is going to go to a corner, probably light a few candles, and lay down flat on his back. It's quite the ordeal. There's boom, 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 boom from all of his armor and whatnot. Closes his eyes and begins to pray. Desna, guide me. Show me the way.
Do you have any Desna push?
Yeah, I got 2 Desna push.
Yeah, you want to spend 2 of it?
All my Desna push? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll spend it.
Excellent. Or you can just try to gain more push here and not get an answer.
I want an answer. Desna push, please. Spent.
Okay, yeah. You spend your push, you pray, and you get like a brief vision of Krunk dressed in this same Pact Master attire, the gold and white with the pointy mask. And yeah, you fit the vibe pretty well as Krunk. You're not a witch weird, but you look like a very thick witch weird when you're all decked out in their attire.
They're blue.
Yeah.
They have 4 arms. I have 4 arms.
And you just see visions of being on the council and working with the town, and you see a lot of good that can be done from such a high place of power. You see visions of you helping people in need, of changing some of the more questionable things around the city for good. You feel at peace with that decision.
Here's an important question, Chase.
Uh-huh.
In this vision, do I see Jack and Gingham?
No.
Okay. Okay. I think there's gonna be like a sadness and like a yearning in Krunk's heart while he's watching this. And just like he feels like now he's being forced into a choice of something that could potentially help the world and like giving up his found family. Does that change the vision at all?
No.
Okay. I think his eyes flutter open and he sits up slowly. And there is a conflicted look sitting heavy on his brow as he turns and looks over at whatever antics are happening with his friends.
Which are?
Are there any
Don't dig.
statues in? Honestly, that's part of it. Also, are there any statues in this room?
Yeah, of course, sure. Why wouldn't there be?
Because, you know, I feel like I haven't used impossible gossip for a minute, and I would like to go speak to a statue.
Okay. There's a statue of all 5 pack masters here. Which one are you going to animate?
Whichever one looks like the leader. Yeah, the leader one.
The father?
Yeah, I want to animate the father. Oh, Jack, see, we could talk to that one over there while these ones won't talk to us. Watch.
You animate the statue, and it tilts its head slightly down to look at you.
Oh, hello there, the father who is a statue. I had a question for you that maybe you could answer. Are these people intending on hurting us or helping us?
It stares at you for a moment, and then it raises one of its 4 arms, and it points to the statue of Usilkit.
Oh, not even the statue wants to talk to us, Gingham.
Oh,
This stuff runs deep.
it
Well-
does run deep.
I'm gonna go get some more pesh.
Oh, maybe I can learn how to make it at the quality that they do. But first, the dance.
That's that.
Yeah, Gingham's dancing.
The wiggle and jig, that's the
Animated
distraction.
statues, dancing, drugs.
No, who gets enthralled, Chase? I want to know.
Who gets enthralled? What's your DC?
What the hell is my class DC?
33.
Yeah, that's not quite a crit.
None of them.
They all get to go off the same roll?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
None of them get enthralled. They are unimpressed.
Hmm,
With the wiggle
Wow.
and jig.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. We're not Krunk.
They watch it. They just don't seem enthralled by it.
Okay.
So what you doing, Krunk?
Krunk will reluctantly stand and walk over. He watches for just a moment of Gingham being Gingham and Jack being Jack before he clears his throat and draws the attention back to himself.
The Pact Masters gather around and re-enter your space.
I think that this is the correct choice for me.
Good. We think it's fair as well. So we shake on the terms, and he holds out a hand for you. Sorry, not you, Silkit. The father steps up and holds out a hand for you to shake.
Krunk will look down at the hand and then over at Jack for a second. What's Jack doing?
Oh. Jack is using this moment to try and slip some of the gold-plated forks and knives. Is that what you said was here, Chase?
Yeah, it's. I don't think I said gold-plated.
Oh, you said it was really nice.
Expensive, yeah.
Expensive.
It's gold-plated now.
It's gold-plated.
It's gold-plated now.
It's gold-plated.
Jack's just swiping a handful while they're paying attention to Krunk.
Krunk will quickly try and manage that distraction.
Well, let's see if you notice. I think I have to roll a thievery first.
Uh-huh.
Birch is my partner in crime, though, so he automatically aids me.
I love that.
So Birch and I are just... Birch is, like, covering... He's just sitting on the table, and Jack's, like, grabbing a few.
Let's see them dice roll. Oh.
God, even Gingham saw it.
Okay, so that should be 2 higher, but I think that's only a 33, so I'm gonna use a hero point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Point. Hero point for very unheroic things.
What? No.
You could be a thief, a hero to thieves.
Oh, no, that I added everything, so that's 40. a 40.
Krunk Gingham, do you see it? Your
No.
perception DCs?
No, that's a critical
No.
success.
Sweet.
Not quite a
This
crit.
rosy-colored lens of Jack's goofy, smart. Whoa.
Oh, no.
Chase, why did you just roll 377?
Because that's how much gold's worth of silverware.
Oh
you
my
just stole.
gosh, I had a heart attack. He's rolling 4 D100s immediately after I swipe stuff. Is not a feeling I enjoyed.
And make a reflex save.
Yes, I was like, oh, I die, and I'm sorry, Krunk, I ruined your moment. Jack is gonna explode.
He implodes. He just gets sucked inside of himself and just... I have to point out the fact that Chase rolled on 4 D100s, 97, 91, 98, and 91.
That's don't
That
mess with me.
Pretty lucky.
We're not... Chase is on fire tonight.
Glad it was a
I'm
good
not a fan.
thing. Okay.
I'm not a fan.
Well, I'm a fan right now because I just got 377 gold pieces worth of flatware.
You're going
Now,
to keep that forever, huh?
You can either add that to your inventory as that, or we can decide right now, are you going to be selling that to your Thieves Guild back at Harrowcourt?
I can sell stuff to them?
Yeah, they have a fence.
But their fence was in Absalom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so I guess are you going to sell it to the Harrowcourt Thieves Guild through the fence at Absalom?
Does that get me any inherent benefit other than just hawking it myself?
Not that you know of so far. Respect.
Jack has not thought that far ahead. He saw fancy stuff and he'll figure out what to do with it later.
Cool. Just go ahead and add 3, just like add it to your inventory then. It's like
I will.
377 of.
Okay, so to jump all the way back beyond the dice rolls, Krunk glances over at Jack, and Jack hears the Jack is sort of in progress of this and hears the lull in conversation and just kind of glances back and gives Krunk a reassuring nod and a wink. Then when Krunk turns back to the Pact Masters, he and Birch quickly scoop up the rest of the stuff they were going to grab.
Pocket full of forks.
Love it.
Yeah.
Father
Krunk,
is holding his hand out for the deal.
Krunk is going to clasp it with his monstrous hand.
When you shake hands with him, one of his bracelets glows a slight blue hue, and you go ahead and make me a will save, Krunk.
Oh no! This feels
Acknowledge
bad.
You can acknowledge it would be a craft.
What about a 42?
42 is a critical success.
Okay.
Gingham, you have no idea what that is.
Can I take a test?
Sure.
Okay. Arcana?
Yes.
36.
36, you also have no idea what that is.
Okay, just a casual. Rolled a casual 42.
You
Apparently
didn't feel anything. You did see it flash.
What is that little trick?
That is ensuring that the deal is struck and followed. It is nothing of danger to you. It just keeps track if anyone is to break a deal. It's for our own records.
I am a man of my word.
We don't doubt it. This is just standard with his handshake. Anyhow, this is good that we have struck a deal. I am glad that what we have offered is of use to all of you. I did forget to mention that in addition to everything that we offered, we will be offering you free lodging here in the embassy. We have exquisite rooms. Our goal will be to make sure that you are more comfortable here than you are at your pocket dimension. You will have servants on standby day and night. They can bring you food, entertainment, pesh, men, women of pleasure. Whatever you wish, day or night, they are yours. You are honored guests as long as you stay here and are on this mission. Yes.
Do they have twine?
I'm sure we could get some.
Oh, goody.
You do not need the twine to smoke the pesh.
Oh, I just need more twine.
I'm sure it can be accommodated.
I bet they have the best freaking twine here, Gingham.
Ooh.
Our twine is exquisite.
See? This place rocks. This place is the best.
And to answer your question, Krunk, no, you are not required to stay here. You are not prisoners. Though, if you're going to take advantage of our travel to the ruins, it would be beneficial for you to stay close. I know, as I understand, you have some sort of way that you travel to the cards through your pocket dimension. I imagine it's how you came to me, yes?
That is correct.
I would recommend not using those when obtaining the cards located in Co.
Because of the imminent death.
Yes, there is a chance that your portals are powerful enough to bypass it, but there is also a chance that you will melt into a pile of goop upon arrival.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to remain in a non-gloopish form.
Yeah, same. Can I ask a question, actually? How many people have you sent after these cards already?
We have sent scholars to do a little bit of investigating and reach out to some of our contacts within the ruins. We actually have a couple staying here currently. You saw them walk through the conference room. The large gorilla-looking lady that you saw is one of them. And we also have he looks to be a very angry Isoki, but he is actually something different. They come from the ruins as delegates. And they have given us some information, but we have not sent anybody after the cards themselves.
Could I make a...
Sense motive?
Yes. It's like
Yes,
I lost
you
the
may
word.
do so
I
at a
don't
-2 blindly.
Okay.
May I?
Yep, no -2 for you, but still blind.
I'm using my deception chase because of lie to me.
You got it. Krunk, it all feels above board. You're not picking up anything suspicious. Katie, you also feel like everything's above board and fine.
Okay, there we go. Rolled.
And Jack, you're not so certain. Feels like maybe he's holding something back.
So, why haven't you guys just gone after them yourselves before this?
We did a thorough research campaign before we tried to make any type of move on the cards, and we stumbled upon what was happening with your bunch. We've kept tabs on the events of the cards and where they have been moving, and it seems extremely dangerous. And as I mentioned earlier, our fear is that these people that are after the card, primarily the ones we know about under the Prince of Wolves, who I believe we discussed already is not defeated.
I know him.
Indeed. We don't want them marching on Katapesh. These cards are not in a direct interest to the Pact Masters. We would rather not bring turmoil upon the city of Katapesh, though it is in our interest to be aligned with the one who holds this deck, hence why we would like to have a Pact Master hold them through a more untraditional means, and that is where you come in, Krunk.
Yes, I recall our conversation.
Does this whole explanation, Chase, continue to feel like there's something he's kind of stepping around, or like does this explanation
maybe seems like a little
satisfy?
too rehearsed, but it
Okay.
makes sense.
But yeah, okay. Jack will not say anything further at this point.
Good. Well, if there's no further business to be settled, will you be staying with us? I can gather some servants to show you to your rooms. You'll be wishing for separate rooms, I imagine?
Yes.
Very well. Anything else that you need from me? I would say get yourselves a good night's rest. Accommodate yourself with the town. We will have our quartermaster visit your room to give you your gifts and to choose your gifts. And then tomorrow, I will have you meet with the delegates from Co and myself to discuss any further questions about your expedition into the ruins.
How exactly are you getting us there?
We have a powerful way of travel called a Witchweird Beacon, and we have a waypoint to it set just outside the ruins of Co. This is a very exclusive way of travel that we do not offer to many. So we ask you to keep it under wraps and just enjoy the privilege. It is safe though, I assure you, and it will not take you within the liquefying and chaotic chance range of the ruins. We have tested it many times.
They don't want us dead, Jack. We might as well believe them.
If we did want you dead, you would have a bigger problem. I assure you that. That is not a threat. It is. You should feel comforted.
Yes, I feel very comforted in this moment, and certain that I've made the correct choice.
Good. Then allow me
Is
to show you
Krunk
to your
lying?
rooms.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
He's trying to believe it. Like, he's
Yeah,
lying to
Jack.
himself a little bit.
The side eye.
Yeah,
But that was a weird way to say that.
Yeah,
Weird
I
thing,
definitely
Krunk.
don't feel any hesitation about this at all. I feel 100% certain and comfortable and confident, like never before in my life.
I just needed to say it out loud and
Yes.
repeat it.
Cessna
Yep.
came down and whispered it in my ear herself. She carved it into my chest. This is the way. Go.
All right. So they will have some servants show you to your rooms. Now, if you remember, you walked through a beautiful courtyard garden to get to this room. They take you back out to that courtyard. This whole thing is kind of built in a square, and your rooms are in branches on the same side of the embassy, in a different branch from where the conference room was at. And these rooms are exquisite. They have a magically steaming tub in the room that's like big enough for like a multitude of people. Like, it's like a not like an individual bath. It's like a fancy like bathhouse bath.
Oh,
You've got a large, exquisite bed with nets that surround it and curtains that can be pulled around. There is delicious food already prepped in your room for you with some sort of carafe that seems to be endlessly full of wine. And it's a nice gig.
Wow.
are our rooms far away from each other?
No, they are all right next to each other.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But they do seem very soundproof from each other.
Really quick, Chase.
Mhm.
While we were having that whole negotiation thing, I guess before I was stealing stuff,
Uh-huh.
can I have analyzed the idiolect of Uskillet?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Only if you can do the voice back to me.
I'll work on it. Krunk. I'll start with that.
There you go. All right, so yeah, you guys are at your rooms, and we're now kind of in a bit of downtime. The quartermaster will visit you at some point today, and let's talk loot really quick that you guys get. Let's talk experience. Let's see, 30 experience. You took the deal up front and did not bargain at all.
But you know, that's so Krunk, and our rogue was high.
It's true.
And our rogue was
That
high.
was intentional. You know, you got to get somebody inebriated before you do business.
Yeah, that
I
makes
also
sense.
don't
Standard
really
casino
know.
tactics.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have like asked for. Like it was such a weird.
We could have asked for like a monthly stipend or a
I
weekly
guess
stipend.
so. Yeah.
Do you guys want to know like the things that they will counteroffer if you ask for more? Are you curious, or do you want
Yes.
to just leave it unknown?
I want to know.
You could have asked for a high-tier bodyguard to accompany you into the rooms.
Oh,
You could have gotten a permanent 5 to 10% discount on purchasing items from Katapesh. Could have gotten a permanent 10 to 15% bonus on selling items in Katapesh. Or you could have made it so that Katapesh always had rare items available.
Interesting.
those were all good. Okay, I'm only mostly devastated.
Okay, so you all get to pick a 16th level or lower permanent item. It can be common or uncommon, or you can take 4 consumables of 16th level or lower, common or uncommon. Each of you gets a beautifully hand-stitched silk pouch containing the symbol of Co in a beautiful golden white stitch. And in these pouches, there are 3 greater elixirs of life and a panacea.
Is the pouch worth noting? Like, is it worth something by itself?
Yeah, I'll put that in there as well.
Okay.
Are they like bags of holding?
Yeah, they're a bag of holding type 4.
Oh,
Wow.
What a gift bag of goodies.
How long does the Pesh last, Chase?
The Pesh lasts for you maybe like an hour or 2.
Oh,
It starts to degrade.
Yeah.
So like the high will be peaked as soon as you hit it. Anything else that you guys want to do today? Your downtime?
Krunk would like to go find a Temple of Desna.
Yeah, they've got shrines on site at the embassy for all the major deities, including Desna. Or do you want like a full-blown temple?
No, I think a shrine would be good enough. He kind of wanted to get out. Well, maybe actually I do want to go find a temple because I think he wants to leave this space to make sure they're not having some kind of interference, you know?
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and roll me either a gather information diplomacy or a society to see if you find one.
Let's go society. 28.
28, yeah, you find yourself a Temple of Desna.
What's it like inside?
It's very nice. It's a little more bougie than your typical Temple of Desna. High-end statue, the stonework is immaculate.
Yeah, I think he's gonna walk in a little bit nervously and look around.
Yeah. People
Do they recognize me?
Yeah, a couple people do recognize you. Just like you don't even necessarily recognize them, but you see some people point and say, Krunk. And a couple people come up and shake your hand.
Mm.
They tell you about little good deeds that they have that you helped them with in the past. Give us a couple good deeds that Krunk has done. Just little ones.
Little ones. He lifted a tree off of somebody's cart that fallen over onto a storm.
My cabbages.
Yeah, exactly. Another person, he found their raptor, their little pet baby raptor that had gotten lost. And finally, he once substituted a horse and helped plow somebody's field.
Excellent. I love
Yeah,
that. How nice.
Super little things.
Yeah, so you get some warm welcomes there.
Oh,
And just-
yes.
Just chilling.
No, he's gonna sit down and like he wants to like have a more in-depth prayer to Desna and like do like a deeper worship. He's like kind of recommitting himself to her because he really feels like he's having to choose between what she has in plan for him and like his own little family, his own little happiness, and he's having a hard time coming to terms with it.
Nice. Go ahead and roll me a religion.
Okay. What about a 33?
Okay, that is going to be 1 push for you.
Thank you.
No answers. You feel a connection, but no answers this time.
That's fair. I think that's what Krunk's gonna do for several hours.
Anything special for you, Jack and Gingham? Or are you just kind of hanging out and enjoying the pleasantries of your exquisite rooms?
Gingham's gonna goof about with the Pesh and try to get it as good as what's been manufactured.
Here, go ahead and roll me a craft.
38?
38. You have absolutely no idea what they like. So as you figure it out, you learn how to make Pesh. You figure out the gist of how to make Pesh. You can kind of see like there's some raw ingredients to it and some additives. And you figure it out. But whatever they do, you have no idea what it is. It's unlike anything you've ever seen.
Can I go seek someone to talk about it?
Talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna just chat and see if you can get somebody to open up?
Yeah.
Do diplomacy.
Oh, it's a bad diplomacy.
Oh, people are so tight-lipped about the Pesh recipe. Most people, you get the intuition they don't actually even know. Anybody who might potentially seem to know is not willing to talk about it. It is like locked down secret.
Fair.
This is like their prized trade good of their entire city, so pretty big deal in these parts.
That's fair. Gingham's not disappointed. They're impressed, and then they're going to ask for a bunch of random garbage to be delivered to their room.
Excellent. And
Plus fine twine.
Nice.
The finest
All the
twine.
twine. And it is the finest twine.
The finest twine.
You've
Beautiful.
never seen finer twine.
Man,
You'll never be able to go back to your peasant twine ever again.
Gingham doesn't mind which kind of twine.
About for Jack.
Who's like wandering around here on the grounds? Like as we like are escorted to our rooms and stuff. Like, do they all appear to mostly be? I don't remember witch weirds. That's
No,
what
only
you
the
said?
Pact Masters are witch weirds. You don't see any other witch weirds around.
Mm.
There's just a wide variety of people. There's halflings. There are catfolk. There are orcs. All kinds of different people around. Humans.
Okay, you guys. Here's the idea that is
Oh my gosh.
boiling in my brain.
Okay.
I could impersonate Usilkit. And I kind of am thinking about doing that mostly just to figure out like what is really going on here.
Sure.
Not that I think they're trying to murder us. Like I do think that they legitimately want us to go do this thing and want to help us accomplish said mission, but obviously there's stuff that we don't know. But that obviously has a chance of pissing off some powerful people.
Sure.
So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Katie and M?
I have chaos monger energy right now, so like Jack's
And you guys
been
are like,
into a few
great, Jack,
things.
all reward, no risk for Gingham. Go for it. What about
I
you,
think
Em?
it feels like very much like Jack.
Unfortunately, I think you are right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. See.
By the way, how do we get back to Harrow Court? Like, do we know how to do that? Is the portal closed now? Because we got the card and the portal opened, but then we walked with Usilkit, right?
Yes. So the only way that you've ever seen the portals open is when you get a card, or if you do the ritual where you lay out a card from each suit. You
Oh, we
open
can
the
still
portal.
do that. Okay.
Uh-huh. You haven't
Okay.
had to in quite a while, but you still, in theory, could.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, sure. I'll go for it. And Chase, so I can cast Disguise Self, but I can only, Illusory Disguise, but I can only cast it at a 4th level, which does not let me impersonate a specific individual. However, I also have an Elite Disguise kit that I can use to impersonate someone. So is there any bonus to casting illusory disguise and using a disguise kit, or is
Yeah, I mean, you can make yourself look like a witch weird, and then you can try to like put together a disguise to look like you silk it. So
okay? That's what I want to do.
not
then.
perfect, but it helps. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'll cast illusory disguise to change my overall like shape, and then I'll use my disguise kit to basically craft a quick costume that looks, at least to Jack's memory, what like what Usilkit was wearing. And his face is all covered and stuff anyway, so Jack is hoping he can kind of just get by on good enough.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Gingham would help craft that if you wanted to assist.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then when Gingham's coming back in a huff after no one talked to them about the Pesh.
Not even a
Jack-
huff, just like a, oh,
Oh,
hi
a
Jack, what are you
disappointment.
doing? Yeah, oh.
Gingham, I have a great idea. Jack pulls you quickly into his room. So I was talking to Birch, and he agrees with me that they're not giving us all the information. I don't think they're like gonna murder us in our sleep or anything, but clearly Usilkit was not telling us the whole truth. You know what I
Oh.
mean?
Well, are you sure?
Gingham, have you ever met anyone so far on this card journey who has not wanted something out of us, either to murder us or, you know, just some other thing? Who showers us with drugs and money and treasure and just says, go off to the ruins and get all these powerful artifacts? Anyway, I understand. You've not been in this world long enough, Gingham, to grasp that. But my point is, I think there's more to the story.
Oh.
So, I was thinking, and Jack pulls out his, like, in-progress costume of Usilkit. I was thinking I could poke around a bit and try and find out some more answers. Dressed as none other than our new friend, Usilkit. Ta-da!
Oh. You don't think that that would create other problems?
You can't think like that, Gingham. There's always another future problem.
Oh, all right.
You just have to tackle the one that's right in front of you.
Oh. Gingham reaches for the half-done disguise. I think you've got a couple things in the wrong spot. Can I see it?
Sure, by all means. Here's the kit. And he'll just like shove all the disguise kit stuff at you. And then I'm gonna just do this really quick. He does a little motion, and then two more arms seem to sprout from his sides, and he suddenly is in the form of a witch weird.
Excellent. All right, so this is the chain of rolls that we're gonna do. We're gonna start with a deception with your disguise kit bonus.
Is
And
Gingham helping me?
Yeah, Gingham's gonna roll a craft to aid.
Oh,
Gingham
that's almost
aids
a
with a
crit.
+1.
I'm a hero point it. Give me a crit.
Okay, +2. You're at a +4.
Okay, and I'm rolling deception.
Yep. Getting a +2 item bonus, +2 circumstance bonus.
I also get a circumstance bonus from my idiolect.
So it'll be a +5 total. Because with our house rule, when we double up circumstance bonuses, we take the highest, and then each additional is a +1.
Okay. Blind, here we go. I rolled it.
Okay. Gingham, it looks like a pretty spot-on disguise. When Jack mimics the voice, it looks like you silk it for the most part.
Now, I am afraid I am going to have to leave Birch here with you, because Usilkit does not have a raccoon running around with him.
That's good, Tori.
Birch, are you okay with this?
Birch goes and lays down on one of the comfy couches in the room.
It's like, great,
Gingham.
I'm used to this shenanigans by now.
Gingham plops down next to Birch because it's Birch.
All right, wish me luck.
All right, so you're gonna go out and you're gonna impersonate Usilkit, and you're going to
before
try.
I do, hold on.
Uh-huh.
Actually, before I leave this room, Jack reaches for the door and then he stops. Oh, Gingham, do you know much about the customs of witch weirds? Anything useful you can share with me before I go out there and pretend to be one?
Let me look. And I'm going to pull out my tome.
I'll also make a society check. Is that what this would be?
Yeah.
Okay, just for some...
I think you guys actually already succeeded this check.
We know everything that... Or, like, whatever we got last time is what we would know. Okay.
Yeah, so you know that they're pretty closed-mouthed about the details of their distant world. You know that they've never visited their ancestral home. This is not their home planet. They don't like questions about their home planet. They get so agitated by questions about their home planet that they're very quick to violence and impatience. That's really, like, other than that, they're intelligent beings with their own personalities.
Okay, here we go. Jack will go out.
So you're just gonna try to snoop about, like, what they want with you.
Yeah, and...
Now, how high profile are you going? Like, are you trying to go talk to the Pact Masters, or are you just trying to talk to, like, higher servants? Like, what's the...
I think I'll start with higher servants. Jack is not gonna... Jack is... Unless there seems to be, like, a good reason, I don't think I want to confront the Pact Masters, because Usilkit said that they communicate with him in, like, a unique way. That might just be in front of other people. I don't know. They might talk to him behind closed doors, but Jack thinks that's a pretty quick way to get found out if they're, like, you know, brain communicating, and he's like,
Yeah.
So that's my thought. So I want to start with just higher servants and just anybody else who might at least know a little bit.
Okay. So now for this one, I need you to roll me another deception to go gather your information, because you are impersonating somebody else. Your dialect bonus will apply here. Your disguise kit will not, because that was to not get noticed.
Okay.
This is to try to actually get, like, useful information.
Okay. Would the liar help here? Which just gives me a bonus to lie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm in my element, you guys. This is what I was built for.
Rogue doing rogue things.
Oh, I didn't roll that blind.
That's okay.
It's 20!
This one doesn't have to be blind.
Yay! Then I am so glad I got to see that fat 51.
Woo!
Excellent. Yeah, you've got, like, a spot-on impersonation here, and you quickly get pulled into, like, all of the politics of the Pact Masters. Servants are coming up and asking you questions, leading you around to places, getting your opinions on things. I need you to roll me a flat check. That's the next step.
Okay. Quite a process. Here we go. Flat check is a 15.
Okay, that means
Beautiful.
you never cross paths with the real Usilkit. So this is great for you.
Great.
So this is what you gather. With your nat 20, you get a really good check on the situation, which is Usilkit and the Pact Masters, you are very confident after this whole day of going around being in his shoes that they don't mean you any harm. The Pact Masters, you get the vibe of, like, being in his shoes, walking around. They are, like, not the purest bunch of people. Like, they don't have, like, any kind of big evil plot, but they're all a little bit greedy with their own agendas, and they definitely have, like, some sketchy things going on for their own motives. Nothing that's, like, should be super concerning to any of you, but what you gather is that they didn't want to put in the effort to get these cards, but they do recognize the power of this deck. And the deal with Krunk becoming a Pact Master is basically an easy way for them to get the deck within their congregation. And they all seem to have their own little ways they're going to want to try to manipulate Krunk to use the deck. So it was more of a greedy motive, but not one that is, like, going to harm any of you. Unless Krunk gets a little, like, taken advantage of when he becomes a Pact Master. The only other thing that you get from that is you do hear about the other, like, items that were on the table, and they think that you're kind of a bunch of suckers for just taking the front up deal. It's kind of like a laughable matter since they are all these master merchants and you guys didn't even try a counteroffer.
Right.
They joke about that.
Interesting.
Joke's on them when Jack
And they
kicks
joke
down
about
the door.
they talk about how high Jack got so fast. They thought it was very funny.
Jack finds that funny too. Is there anything then while I'm behind enemy lines, as it were, and Jack would like to turn the tables a little bit on them. Not anything to burn bridges or mess stuff up, but he doesn't like being taken advantage of. So are there any opportunities that present themselves to, I guess, for mischief, Chase?
Mm-hmm. I would let you try one final deception. If you want to try to take pressure off of Krunk, you could, as you're hearing these different politics going on, you could try to sway the politics to get things tangled up with the other Pact Masters to take some heat off of Krunk once he becomes a Pact Master.
Is there anything I could do?
I would take a diplomacy or a deception or an applicable.
Or he's like, I meant mischief.
Well, no. That is an option. I am wondering if there's anything I could do to basically get us a better deal now.
Get a better deal now?
We didn't negotiate, but I am currently Usilkit, and maybe Usilkit has taken a liking to this group and thinks that maybe they deserve a little something extra to help them.
We'll say you maybe saw an opening to do so, and then you got the additional information that bracelet that was shaken on has that deal binding, and it's going to be bad for Krunk if something is to be swayed at this point.
Got it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Even though I critically succeeded my will save?
Well, that would be metagaming, I think.
Yeah,
in
I don't know
regard.
that. I just know the bracelet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I will just try and get two of the Pact Masters kind of at each other's throats rather than focused on Krunk. And then at some point, I will also make some very positive remarks about our group. I know that won't spread so rumors, but just Jack will also be like, well, they seemed quite intelligent to me, and in all of my dealings with them, they were very competent and professional, all that kind of stuff. Trying to salvage our reputation.
Nice, I love it. Go ahead and roll me a deception.
8. 46.
46.
Oh, apologies if that should have been blind.
No, that's fine. It does not need to be blind. Okay, yeah. That's a critical success, so that'll be noted for future endeavors with Krunk. And then I'll also give you guys the perk here of if you guys are first interacting to make an impression with anybody here at this embassy, I'll let you roll with fortune on your first roll.
Oh, that's sweet.
Ooh, nice. I think the way that Jack takes the pressure off of Krunk a little bit too is as he's sort of trying to salvage their reputation, what he does manage to convince a handful of people of is, oh yes, I think Krunk was overwhelmed at first, and that is perhaps why he took the deal. But as I have spoken with him further, I would not be so quick to take advantage of this one. He seems a very shrewd individual, and perhaps we should be more cautious around how we deal with him. We should not take him for a fool, otherwise it could turn out badly for us.
Yeah, you get a lot of agreement, some of it clearly brown-nosing, some of it seems to actually genuinely agree.
Yeah, so Krunk is a smarty, that's the TLDR.
Love it.
All right. I go back to the room where I assume Gingham and Birch are still lounging around.
While you were out and about, Jack, Krunk, you're at the Temple of Desna, and you see a familiar face of somebody enter the Temple of Desna and kneel down and start praying. Not right next to you, but nearby you. You recognize them from before. And it's this lady here, Princess Gorilla, as you all called her.
You're so good at names.
I'm definitely going to go say hi to Princess Gorilla.
Okay. Yeah, so she's kneeling at a shrine praying, and you just walk up to her.
Yes.
She doesn't look up at you. She's just focused on her meditation.
I am going to kneel next to her. and then just out loud be going, like, start praying.
You're gonna start praying out loud?
Yeah, just like quietly, but enough to gain her attention.
All right, yeah, so she gives a huff and kind of looks up irritated. And then her eyes get a little wide, realizing who you are. You are the potential future Pact Master. Was it Krunk?
It was Krunk, yes. And your name was
Shanaka.
Princess Shanaka, of course.
No, princess. Just Shanaka.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the tiara was an
It's a
indicator
sign
of
of
royalty.
leadership where I come from, though, not a princess.
Princesses are leaders.
But they are also a specific type of leader, and that title does not apply to me.
My apologies. I did not mean to offend. I just meant to honor your royalness.
It's not royalty. I am a counselor. Counselor Shanaka and Isora.
Okay. What can I do for you,
What
Shanaka?
can you do for me?
Yes, I.
What can I do for you? You approached me in my moment of meditation.
I merely approached because I thought that you had something you wished to discuss before. There was alluding that you had a need.
I didn't expect to see you here, though we were going to meet tomorrow. I suppose we could speak business in a safe place.
If you need time for your worship, I will stick around. And please finish your prayers and find me after.
There's no waits. Let us go discuss. You're going to be exploring the ruins of Ko.
It seems as if my reputation precedes me.
Well, I have a request. I am a Derhi, and my people live within the ruins. We live in the upper city, which is now the sunken city, flooded.
I'm sorry about that.
It is what it is. You follow so far?
I am understanding the words you're saying, yes.
Good. I would like to request
I
that
fucking
your
hate
group-
this person. I hate them so much. Condescending asshole. Continue.
The Derhi would take it as a personal favor if you would prioritize when you enter the ruins. Deal with the upper city first. Try to destroy all of the undead that have flooded the lake there, and see if you can stop the flooding. We need our home back. We don't belong in Katapesh.
A home is a precious thing.
It is. And I know you're already getting paid to do it anyways, so you should be doing this. But it never hurts to have an extra favor in your pocket, right?
I suppose not. Why do I feel like your request is going to be in opposition with what the others want?
I don't think the Pack Masters have any interest in which order you complete your tasks. There is one other who I know has a desire from your group, but you don't need to worry about him. He's a Hadi.
Oh, a what now?
A Hadi.
It's a Hadi chase.
Roll me a society.
Wait, isn't that the Isoki rat folk? We
Yeah,
did learn
yeah.
about them.
Oh yeah, that's true. You did wrong. Yeah, so they're the devilish, fiendish Isoki people.
And what did the Hadi want with me?
Don't know exactly what they want from you. Probably to go serve their Lord Lich. No, I doubt
Unlikely.
you're going to want to help them anyways. They're fiends. Dangerous. Evil. And I'm sure
see.
you don't want to be serving a lich as they do. Am I correct in this assumption? Given that you're
Yeah.
in this temple?
You can make your assumptions.
Well then, I see no problem in you dealing with my favor first.
I will speak to my companions about such a thing, as I will not be making this decision unilaterally.
I thought that this was deemed to be your fortune.
I would prefer if you didn't question the way I complete my tasks.
Apologies, Krunk. I am merely a leader of a people who are in grave trouble.
I understand that the desire to protect is strong, and that is something I respect. I also wish to protect my allies, and I will take every angle into consideration to keep them safe and to get my jobs done.
Well, then I hope you complete your job well.
I have yet to fail at one.
I have not heard of one. Well, it was nice meeting you in such a holy place, Krunk. I will return to my meditations. Please consider what I have asked of you.
Can I do a perception to see if this bench actually feels that way? Because she felt pretty hostile the whole time.
Yeah, roll me a blind deception. Or sorry, blind perception.
All these blind
You're not
rolls.
Jack. She seemed really irritated at you for some reason. You do pick up on that. You're not sure why, though.
Yeah. Krunk didn't like her back. I went both ways.
Awesome. You just go about your business after that?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Meanwhile, while Krunk is praying and Jack is out being Uskillet, Gingham, there is a knock on your door.
Ooh. Gingham looks at Birch. Let's go see who it is. I'll answer it.
Birch is asleep and does not budge.
Still sets it.
You answer the door and see this gentleman outside. About your same height. Yes, Master Gingham.
Oh.
Do I have your name correct?
Aye. I don't think I know you.
Can I describe?
Yes, please do.
I haven't described yet today.
Yes, do it. Do the describey thing.
Okay, really quick. It's probably a Hadi. It looks like a fiendish rat folk. He's got 2 little horns sprouting out of his head. He's got a red beardy, like a goat kind of goatee, and big old pointy ears and red eyes. He looks like a demon rat.
Sharp teeth.
And very sharp teeth.
I like his little red goatee. Pleased to meet your acquaintance, Master Gingham. You may call this one Yazam. And he does a deep bow.
Oh, hello there. What can I do for you, Yazam?
Would you mind if I stepped inside for us to discuss privately for a moment, Master Gingham? I have some sensitive business to discuss.
I
tried Krunk, but he seems to be out. Yeah, you can roll a blind perception. Hard to get a read on him. He's got kind of a mischievous aura about him, but you're not sure if he has a motive or if he just kind of looks that way.
Well, Gingham being Gingham, yeah.
Good, thank you. He'll step in and he'll close the door behind him. Are we alone?
Oh, well, Birch is in the corner. But
He sniffs the air. Who's Birch?
it's a raccoon.
He tilts his head and sniffs the air. Ah, patron. Powerful.
Aye. What can I do for you?
Yes. I have some sensitive business that I would like to discuss while we are within this embassy and away from prying ears. Tomorrow, we are to meet and we are to discuss your business with the ruins of Ko. And there, when we have that discussion, I am going to publicly ask you to assist my master, Trexima Batoy. He is a Moxie Lich.
You know what I'm going to ask?
Uh-huh.
Moxie Lich, can I roll?
Uh-huh.
Let's see, the brooch. 34.
Yeah, a lich is an undead creature who has bound their soul to a soul cage and given themselves some kind of twisted immortality. Moxie Lich is just the type of lich who resides over this region. They have slightly different resistances. They resist fire as opposed to cold. They are a little more powerful with their paralysis, a little more focused on magic. They are generally more powerful.
Forgive me for asking, but why would we support a lich?
Well, you see, that's the sensitive business. I don't think that you should. Trexima Batoy is the fourth leader of the Hadi in the ruins of Ko. He has taken over the Phantom Academy, and he oppresses my people. I would like to personally ask you as a favor, and I hope that this does not exchange any ears except for those of your companions. I have an aunt and an uncle at the Phantom Academy. If you are to visit the ruins and come across them, instead of helping the Lich Trexima, I would hope that you will assist my aunt Yilmaz and my uncle Tefera. They can help you destroy Trexima.
But you're going to ask us to support Trexima first?
I will ask you publicly to aid Trexima. He wishes an audience with your group. I don't know for what. I'm sure that he has some sort of sinister motive in mind. He is going to promise great reward for just an audience. But I ask that instead of an audience, you go there with intent to destroy him. The Hadi only follow him out of fear.
So we should accept but then betray?
Yes, I am asking for a coup, if that's not clear.
Well, I would have to check with my other companions, but I don't think that that's a promise that I could just make on my own, you see.
All I ask you, if you could please promise me this. If you wish to serve Trexima, please just don't speak of this meeting. If he was to hear about this, he would take a vengeance on all of the Hadi, and it would be unforgiving and indiscriminate.
Oh, no, I won't mention this meeting.
It would bring great violence upon my people, so please either help us or just pretend that this discussion never happened.
Oh. No, I won't let anybody else know. We'll help your aunt and uncle, that I can promise.
Good. Now, my aunt and uncle did overhear something from the Pact Masters. They are great spies, you see. They can be very useful. They have offered their assistance in dealing with a problem that they have overheard, the Prince of Wolves. If you can overthrow Trexima and destroy him, then the Hadi will be in your service against this Prince of Wolves.
Oh. That is a very, very generous offer for our help.
Yes. Thank you for your time, Master Gingham. I hope that you consider his offer. I should not linger long. May I partake of your refreshments before I leave?
Aye. Have whatever you would like.
He runs over and he just gorges himself. He just eats fast little bites like you would expect a rat, and he just devours everything on the table.
On Jack's table, to be clear.
Oh yeah, this is Jack's room currently.
True. Yeah, that makes it even better because Gingham hasn't even touched the food in their room. If you would like some more before you go, we could go to another room that is also mine.
That would be too suspicious. I think I will leave it at this. Oh, and before you find important information, we do not know what Trexima's soul cage is.
Oh, unfortunate. But, may have more questions for you later if you're amenable to be found again, in secret, of course.
We will see. Farewell, Master Gingham.
Aye.
His red beard's now dripping with the juices from the food he just ate. And he'll leave.
Bye. Now look at that,
Alright.
Birch.
Birch looks up and then goes back to sleep.
Fair enough.
Alright. You guys want to do a time skip and regroup?
Sure. We've
Alright,
had a
end
lot
of the
notes
day,
to
sun's
compare.
going down. What are you guys doing?
Krunk looks tired.
Jack is recounting excitedly all of his shenanigans throughout the day. And then I thought I saw Uskil, but it wasn't. It was just another robed figure. Anyway, but I ducked into the kitchen and then I ran into the chef and then I got to talking to him and yeah, Jack is just recapping everything in intense detail, including the useful parts about how they are kind of greedy and ultimately
skips
probably
over
just want
all
to.
of that.
Oh yeah, they're all probably pretty greedy.
Oh yeah, and they probably want to take advantage of you, Krunk. But I think I sorted that out. Yeah, I told them that you're really smart and an excellent negotiator and really shrewd, and they really need to be careful once you become a pact master. So that should keep them off your
Jack.
tail for a little while at least.
Jack, I'm not any of those things.
Well, but they don't need to know that.
It's turning out to be quite the stressful endeavor. You don't think that they possibly manipulated my connection to Desna to encourage me to do this, do you?
I don't get the sense that they're that powerful. I think they're just clever and greedy. And that's the kind of thing I can understand.
Well, I'm glad you're here with me, Jack. I went to a temple to pray, tried to connect outside of these walls, and well, I felt her. I didn't get any answers that I wished. But I did run into that, Shigaresh? What was her name? The tiara-wearing wing gorilla?
Dare he?
Yes, the Derry. What was her name?
She never introduced herself to us.
She told me Sharona? No, I don't know. But she desperately wishes us to help her before anyone else. She spoke in a condescending tone to me, Jack. Repeatedly, over and over again. I just tried to be respectful, and she didn't. Whatever.
It's probably a good thing she confronted you inside the temple then, not outside of it.
Imagine. I had my weapon on. No, I jest. She wants us to help her people first. Their city is underwater. She doesn't want her people living here any longer. She wants to go home, and was very pushy that we aren't going to want to help the rat folk. Of course, because they're lich related.
Oh. I think I agreed to help a coup.
Huh?
What?
Oh, Yusum stopped by.
Who?
Yusum, the devilish rat folk.
They all came by?
No, just the one. Is Yusum very pleasant? Wants us to stop the lich and save their aunt and uncle. And if we kill the lich, we have a whole army to go fight the other people. So I said that sounded nice, and I would tell you. And now I have told you.
You said a coup sounded nice?
Well, we got a whole army out of it, so why not?
Gingham, do you have any idea how to kill a lich?
You destroy their soul cage.
Yeah. And
Where's the
do
soul
you know
cage?
where the soul cage is for this lich?
No, some did say that they didn't know where the soul cage was, but we could find it.
And let me guess, this Yosem wants us to deal with the lich first?
Aye, but they're going to ask us to publicly support the lich first because
I can't do that!
No, damn it. I'm really trying not to break. No, but see, they want an audience with us, so we go to the lich and we pretend to say that we'll not start a coup, and then we still do it.
You're proposing we lie to a lich's face?
Aren't you good at that, Jack?
I mean, I'm up for it. I'm just clarifying exactly what you're proposing here.
Well, it was what Isom proposed, that they're going to ask us publicly to support the lich.
I don't think it's a smart idea, but also deceiving a lich, that's pretty. I mean, if you do that, that's pretty cool.
Then
right?
we'll get an army out of it. Who doesn't
And we
want
get an army out of it.
Aye.
Jack's
Krunk,
like
we
on
wouldn't-
a lying high right now.
Yeah, he really is. He's like,
oh my
"Yeah,
god.
I'm so good at this. Yeah,
Oh.
Krunk, you wouldn't actually be supporting a lich.
No.
You would just say that you were supporting a lich.
Aye.
You've never seen a deeper frown on Krunk's face as he tries to process this concept.
And then when we come back and we have slain the lich, we can be like, hey guys, just
Aye.
kidding. We had a master plan the whole time. Look how smart we are. Krunk is even smarter than you all thought.
Oh, aye, we could say it's your plan, Krunk.
Oh, I
But
like
it's
that
not
game.
my plan.
But it could be.
It could be. Aye.
Like, you're going to put me in charge of the plan and then it's my plan?
No, again, like, we'll say you're in charge of it. You won't actually. It'll be the same ideas. We say we're supporting a lich, but that's not actually what's
Punk's
happening.
gonna have a really hard time having advisors.
These two idiots. But see, because then when you're a pack master, you can say that you organized a way to get rid of a lich, and then you got an army to deal with the dread wolf, and then look at the chain reaction. And we get spies out of it.
We get spies.
The aunt and uncle, did I not mention that they're spies?
What have they spied?
Oh, I don't know.
Sounds like the lich, maybe.
He's almost just really hungry after he said all that information.
Is that where all my food went?
Oh,
God.
I thought Gingham ate for the first time.
Oh, no. But his home looked really hungry, so...
I'm sorry I yelled at you, Birch.
They're just still sleeping.
I am commanded by my deity to oppose slavery and tyranny. I'm supposed to fight for the others' freedom to make their own decisions. It feels like freeing them from the lich is a good decision, but lying and saying that I'm on the same side as the lich seems as if it is an anathema to my religion.
Oh, I could do that part. That's easy.
Oh, but doesn't that also know your true heart at that point if you're saying that you will and then you don't? Or Jack could just say it.
Just cross your fingers on your little hand. No one will even see it, but Desna will know.
Krunk lifts his arms and his little arms like flop out.
Yeah, just cross those fingers and it'll be fine.
Gingham slowly looks up at Jack. Is that how that works?
I have
He's
a tummy
cross.
All I'm saying, Krunk, is it seems like these Hadi rats or whatever have a lot more to offer us than some freeloading Derhi who spoke at you and demanded we save her people. I mean, I'm not saying that's like not a good cause, but all I'm seeing around this place so far in Katapesh is a bunch of freeloaders who know that we are powerful enough to do the things that they want us to do. So we might as well get some good stuff out of it.
That does make sense. You both think this is the best idea.
What?
Well,
Supporting the Lich, but not?
Yes.
aye.
I mean, what's our other option? Saying no?
Well, just run in and kill him.
You know, actually, that's a good question. Why does Yuzam need us to publicly support the Lich anyway? Why can't we just say, no, screw you, Lich, we're gonna take you down, and then just do exactly that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did you think about the war we just had?
Then
and
again,
defending Horrorcore. How hard could a Lich
getting up close to a Lich does seem like a good way to figure out where the soul cage is.
He's not gonna tell us where his soul cage is. We're just scry it.
I don't want my brain to explode, Krunk.
Well, we're not we don't know if it's inside of
Okay. You want to test that theory directly and find out if it's inside the ruins of Ko?
I suppose you have a point, Jack.
And if we publicly oppose the Lich, then who's to say that the Lich wouldn't kill us immediately? Or
I'd
kill
like to
your
see
son?
him try.
Oh, it's a Lich though, Krunk.
What are you saying? You think I can't kill a Lich?
Gingham's
After how many
head.
times I've disintegrated other little bitches?
Gingham's head tilts like all the way to the side. Do you know how liches are made?
Yes. Knowledge chase.
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Then break their soul and they bind it to little cages, and then they're immortal. 28.
A 28? Yeah, that's the gist of it. But Gingham, with your earlier knowledge,
sounds right.
you know that there's the ritual of undeath is the main way that makes a lich. It's a secret ritual that has to be learned.
Gingham nods. Well, you've got the gist of it. I would just like to really hone in on the immortal part of that.
Unless you snap their little cagey. It's just hard to figure out what it is. If you were going to have a lich cage for your soul, what would you make it?
Is this like a desert island question?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably this. And Jack pulls out a little coin. Easy to hide, very inconspicuous, and not something that people go around breaking very often.
I agree. I think I'd put mine in a pebble and I'd drop it in the ocean.
Gingham, what about you?
Oh, I'd split it among several things. Probably a creature that was big and deadly, and then probably a tree. And Gingham goes on about how many ways they'd split it.
Very thoroughly.
Well, Gingham got left alone for a while, yes. Just this whole list. And that's what I would do.
Krunk's sleeping by the time it's over. He's had a long day. He's very crunky, and he just is laid out on the floor sleeping by the end of this conversation.
Oh. That was a bit long, wasn't it?
That's all right.
A pool of saliva is just like around his side.
Jack scoops up Birch. I'll just take Krunk's room for the night.
Oh, one more thing, Jack. We cannot indicate that that Yusom has spoken to us. He seemed quite afraid of that.
All right. That shouldn't be an issue. I mean, do you believe this, Yuzam? I wasn't there. You tend to be rather trusting, Gingham.
I do, though. I don't I don't think that one would so brazenly cross a lich and hope in some strangers.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess we'll find out. All right, I'm gonna crash out. See you tomorrow.
Gingham goes and tugs the comforter off of the bed and like on Krunk.
Soaks up the saliva.
Yeah. Like
Dark wet patch.
Pat cleans up Krunk a little bit, like sneaks a pillow under, then
Jack will
I just
help a
picture you,
little.
like, lifting as hard as you
Jack
can,
is
shaking.
lifting.
Just like pulling on his horn.
yeah.
All right. And with that, then, you guys are all going to rest, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. You guys will rest through the night uninterrupted, and this feels like a good place to call it for the night. And we will start your decisions in the ruins of Ko in the next morning.
Oh my gosh.